Hey loves, it's your girl Mariah Sincere coming at y'all all the way live from Medellin, Colombia. Welcome to the Lunch Hour. I'm a self-love coach who specializes in helping people radically transform their lives. My life is the proof. At the beginning of the year, I decided I didn't like where I was at and I wanted to move to another country. And in 6 months, I did it. And that's why y'all will hear some street noise probably while I'm doing this live because I am in Medellin, baby. I am in a city full of life and, the bustle and hustle. So, yes, y'all might hear a lot of noise. As y'all are coming in, please go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button. Please share my video if you care and please interact. That helps me keep the live going and flowing. I'm going to light this candle just so we can get the vibes going, get a little good energy going. Guys, today we are going to be talking about P. Diddy. And it's like over 100 accusers coming forth and the backlash. And the fact that I believe that they are paying bots on social media. And I'm going to show y'all why I think that. Okay. I'm going to pull up the receipts. Okay. I think that they are going hard. Also, we're going to talk about Charlemagne the God seemingly defending Diddy. So we're going to look at what he had to say. I think it's very interesting. I see a lot of commentary on social media regarding this matter of, people trying to deflect. Now, I do understand that there are low IQ people who cannot concentrate on multiple things at once, right? But then you have those people who are just trying to make this a race thing. When again, if we wanted to go there, I could pull up a lot of rich and powerful white men who have been prosecuted or have been taken to trial because of their deviance. So you can cherry pick and say, oh, well, nothing happens to this person or nothing happens to that person. But we can also pull up the receipts on those who have been tried and who are sitting in jail, right? So I don't like it that every time something is going on and it involves the culture, it involves Black people, you have this element that want to shut everybody up and say, "Oh, y'all trying to tear a Black person down." And I made this point in another video. The predators in our community are harming Black people mostly. So what about them? What about the victims? It's just very reminiscent of growing up in the 90s and even way before then. Predators used to get protected. We used to go against the child. We said that the child was lying. We used to tell the child to be quiet, not to talk to the police, and sweep everything under the rug. And I feel like that mentality is very much real and alive amongst a certain faction of Black people. But what I will say is that the majority of us seem to have some sense. So I'm happy about that. But yeah, guys, so we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about it. Guys, y'all see my little cup? Y'all, this is my favorite season. I love October. I love fall. So I just put my little coffee in here. All right, so I'm just waiting on some more people to get in here. While I do that, I'm going to go ahead and pull up all of my little receipts, y'all, so that we can get it going. Y'all let me know where you're coming from as you enter and you're in the chats. Download this. I'm going to be reacting to like Charlemagne. Now, to be clear, I just saw a clip. So y'all are going to see my like live reaction to what he was saying. Y'all gonna see my low battery percentage in these screenshots. Okay, and then I gotta go to Facebook. Did y'all see that press conference that was done yesterday. We're going to react to that. Again, as y'all are coming in, hit the like button and the subscribe button. I apologize if I look a little bit washed out in the face, guys. It's like the lighting. There's a lot of natural light in here. And then, of course, I'm already kind of light skinned. So I kind of feel like I look washed out a bit. Oh, saved. Here we go. Okay. So I got everything I need up. IG. All right. Again, guys, as y'all are coming in, go ahead and hit the like button. Now, before we get into the mess, I'm going to feed y'all. So, y'all know this is not really a celebrity gossip channel, but I use celebrity situations and experiences so that we can explore their effect and impact on a broader social scale. Because honestly and truly, there are plenty of Diddies that exist within the community. He's just been able to operate as long as he has because he has money. But yes, I do agree. The focus needs to be mostly on predators within our own community. So that is the point in me talking about this. Not to be up in that man's business, because honestly, I really don't care. Um, 1 second. Yes. Okay, well then you need to go to the next word. What is the next word? Bunny. Okay, so go do it. They both sound the same. Now I lose my page. Y'all, hey, skinny boy. Yes, y'all hit the like button. Okay, I remember the quote actually off the top of my head. I can't find it in this book, but the quote is that God being love is happiness. Happiness is what I seek. Because I seek truth, I cannot lose. So basically, this is the understanding that the true way to happiness is to seek truth, and truth is God. So, with that said, we have to be able to get to the bottom of things. A lot of people are afraid of the truth. The truth makes them angry. The truth makes them upset. They don't want to face reality. But honestly and truly, once you begin to understand truth and walk in truth and accept it, even if the truth hurts, you begin to learn that it's really a matter of perception. It's really a matter of what you choose to do with the truth that affects you in the long term. So when you choose to seek out truth, clarity, and understanding, then you can make moves that in your life that are not based on delusion, that are not based in fear, and that are not based in false realities. So I want to give that to y'all. Yes, y'all hit the like button. Yes, y'all follow me on Instagram. It's Mariah Sincere. Also on TikTok, Thepassportsis. On my TikTok channel, y'all, I talk more about my experience traveling and living abroad and being an immigrant in this country, as well as you can either book travel with me at thepassportsis@gmail.com, or I have a website that you can book travel through if you would like to do it yourself. All right, so let's get into it now. First, before we talk about Charlemagne, y'all remember that book that I did a reading on? Well, it was removed from Amazon, and basically, Quincy and Albie Shore were saying that it wasn't true, that their mom did not leave any type of hard drive, or she wasn't working on any type of memoir. Now, before that book got published, when Kim Porter first passed away, there was already rumors up in the air that the reason why Diddy could have possibly been behind it is because she was writing a tell-all. So this tell-all didn't just drop and out of nowhere. We had all been hearing about it. With that said, that does not mean that the tell-all book was true, but I'm going to say that book was very detailed. And of course, you always are going to have people that see opportunities to make money and are going to try to profit. But I can't believe that everything in there was lies, especially considering all the allegations that have come out against Diddy as of yesterday. And you can't really believe it when Diddy says that, this stuff is lies, because he said that Cassie was lying. And we saw the footages. In the words of Cardi B, we saw the footages, we saw the proof. With that said, we still got to kind of be skeptical about it. Now, I'm going to say that I'll Be Sure and Quincy have motive to say that that book wasn't true, because in the book it was implied that I'll Be Sure and Diddy had some type of sexual relationship. So, of course, he's not going to want that out here in these streets. He's going to say the book is not true, even if it is true. So, we can never be too sure. So, this is from Spiritual World on Instagram. It says Amazon removes alleged Kim Porter memoir book from their site after Diddy's children and I'll Be Sure say is fake. The book, Kim's Lost Words, alleges that Diddy was abusive. However, Kim Porter's family has dismissed these claims as falsehoods. So you got people in Kim's family and you got Diddy's kids saying that Diddy has never been abusive. That's not who he is. Again, we saw the footages with Cassie. You were out of your mind if you believe that is the first time and the only time that that man did something like that. That's not how predators and abusers move. This man is what, 50 something, 40, late 40s, 50s. Okay, this is a pattern of behavior. He's set in his ways at this point. So, all of this trying to pretend like he's not who he is wild. Now, you could say, okay, well, he wasn't doing anything to Kim Porter, but do y'all honestly believe that? Honestly and truly. It's surged to the pinnacle of Amazon's bestseller list before being retracted. The individual, operating under a pseudonym, claims to have obtained information from sources connected to Kim and Diddy, yet has remained silent regarding the removal. I mean, if they were operating under a pseudonym, of course they don't want to come out and speak up. And with that said, let's say it was a money grab. The person who put the book on Amazon has probably made all the money that they're going to make, or enough money. I'm sure they could have made more, but they not hurting for no money. So I don't know. I don't like the fact that they're trying to come out and make it seem like he is not the monster that everybody has been saying that he is. But of course, he has to defend himself. Now, in that same comment section, let me make sure it was this one. Now, we got some people saying this ain't fake. Another person says, of course, I'll Be Sure gonna say it. He allegedly was being bent over as well. And somebody else said, whoever made that book just got the biggest come up of 2024 because people don't do their research. I mean, this is a situation where we can't do our research. It's like any other abuse case. Like, it's all he said, she said, word of mouth, unless you have actual video footage and evidence. But there are plenty of witnesses that corroborate that this is the type of behavior that he dealt in, and people have been saying it for years. So, I mean, I don't know what kind of research that you can do in regards to trying to make sure that this information is true or not. It's all he says, she said. Okay, so I'm going to show y'all why I think that Diddy is now desperately paying off bots. So in that same comment section, I'm going to share this. Hold on. Let me change my view. Make me smaller so that y'all can see. All right. So I'm going to share this tab. Now, this person that is commenting right here, Vibe Finder 6, make sure y'all can see that. Okay, good. Says, it's getting ridiculous now. People rushing to get their piece of the pie. Minors, give me a break. As if that's just so unbelievable. As if Diddy wasn't working with young artists who could be easily exploited. As if he wasn't nasty. Okay? As if we didn't see him whoop Cassie on screen. Now, I'm going to go back and show y'all why I think that this person is a bot. Y'all, I got y'all all in my emails. Y'all be all right. So I went to this person's page. No. You know what? I'm going to go type it in Instagram. Give me 1 second, y'all. Vibe Finder 6. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to pull up this person's page. Let me make sure y'all can see it. All right. So this person has one post, 0 followers, and is following 373 people. And I don't understand how you look like that. I don't know if y'all can see. Let me make sure. I don't know how you can look like that. This woman looks like she's fine, and you don't have any followers at all. And there are several accounts making comments under these posts that look just like this. And if y'all don't know, it is a thing to be able to pay bots and AI to go in and make comments and try to be contrary. So I don't think that Instagram decided that it was going to be beneficial to them to do that. So I believe that Diddy's team is paying bots, paying people to have bots come in and make these type of comments to try to sway public opinion or to try to present some contrarian thoughts on the matter. Which again, I mean, people have the right to think how they think and believe what they want to believe, but and of course I'm sure there are people in real life who strongly disagree, right? But I don't think it's to this extent. I'm going to show y'all this as well. This irritated me. People so quick to try to destroy people with lies, but please keep in mind, while you destroying Diddy and his family with lies, God can and will pull the cover and destroy your life with the truth. Ma'am, the irony in you talking about the truth while also chastising people for coming out and speaking about their experiences with P. Diddy. But okay, stop being so thirsty for drama that you drink from anybody's cup. And again, this would be different if you had maybe 1 or 2 people coming out and saying these things about Diddy. But we've been hearing about this for years now. Wendy Williams has said it. Tasha K has said it. Aubrey from Danity Kane has come out and has been speaking out. Day 26 came out. I mean, this is years and years and years. And we've been said that there was something wrong with Bad Boy because all of the artists flop. All of the artists never prosper. Like, that is the only major record label that I know of where every single artist they put out maybe has one good album, maybe 1 or 2 hits, and they just never prosper. So it's weird, right? And this has been going on for years. Now we're going to go back and listen to what Charlemagne had to say. Give me 1 second. Okay, so this is going to be my first time hearing this. Let me, not the volume is off. Hold on. Can y'all hear? You know what? I'm going to go on YouTube and find it. Hopefully, I don't get a strike. You know what? Before I do that, I'm going to show y'all this video. I'm going to show y'all why he made these statements. Before I show y'all what he actually said, before we go through this whole video, it is very disturbing. This is very disturbing. So I want to let you know, if you're not a person that, if you're a person that does not like to hear about bad and traumatic things that have happened to people, then don't listen to this, because he's going to go into detail. I was thoroughly disturbed. This is the Busby law firm who has filed a class action lawsuit against P. Diddy, and multiple claimants and defendants have come along and have joined the lawsuit. I'm sorry, multiple claimants, not defendants. Okay, so if he's saying in most cases, or 90% of the cases, that drugs were involved, then that means that more than one of these claimants is coming along and saying that. Now, to be fair, it is a possibility that because people have seen that he's being accused of lacing this baby oil, that people already know to come and say, oh, we got drugged. So, I mean, yes, that is a possibility, but let's continue. Woo, so let's pause that. So okay, the way that he worded that made it seem like his parents knew, the little boy's parents knew that Diddy was about to SA him, but they were willing to let it happen to their son as long as they could get a record deal. And that kind of goes back to a lot of those young girls who got caught up with R. Kelly. Their parents were bringing them around R. Kelly. And after he had allegedly done this to other young girls, you know, this ain't nothing new. We've been heard about him. Hey, D Mally, good to see you here. The audio is loose. What does that mean? Can you not hear me, or what does that mean? Is it low? Okay, guys, y'all please remember to hit the like button as y'all are coming in. If something is wrong with the audio, if it's low, can you tell me? Somebody put it in the comment section. Okay, you can hear me. Perfect. Y'all can't hear the video. Okay. Let me see. Dang. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. Now we got to start all over.
The kind of cases and the kind of instances that people are calling. And
again, if you're just now coming in, this is the Busby Law Firm. They are doing a press conference This is the Busby Law Firm, and they are doing a press conference to talk about the class action lawsuit that they have filed against P. Diddy. There are over 100 claimants at this point.
Reporting that we are trying to corroborate, vet, and these are the ones that we've already corroborated, vetted, and collected evidence on. One individual.
Okay, so he said they vetted and corroborated the stories of the people that they are talking about, right? Because there are a lot of people who heard this and were like, oh, everybody just coming out and speaking out against him. But at the very least, they know that these people were in proximity to Diddy at some point. Like, this is a possibility that this could have happened. These are not just random people popping up off the street who have never been around P. Diddy.
Individual who was 22 years at the time she was assaulted said that the typical MO at one of these parties that have been widely discussed in the press was that when you were handed a drink, and now we know that the drink is laced with something, if you refused to drink it, you were kicked out of the party. Now, let that sink in for a minute. I mean, the admission to this party was that you had to drink the chosen drink that was handed to you. And now we know that in most cases, I would say 90% of the cases, these individuals were drugged with some sort of drug. That was kind of the MO. Another instance, this individual who was 9 years old at the time was taken to an audition in New York City with Bad Boy Records. Other boys were there to audition as well. All of them were trying to land a record deal. All of them were minors. This individual was sexually abused, allegedly by Sean Combs and several other people at the studio.
Woo!
In the promise to both his parents and
I didn't catch that. So they were running trains on children. They were gang SAing children. So remember when I talked about this a couple of videos ago, that this is a RICO case. So as far as the money, you have other people involved, but there are co-conspirators. So you best believe that other people are going to be brought into the mix. That's why y'all need to take note of who is being silent, who isn't saying anything, who is laying low. Because there are some artists who, you know, they usually don't speak on public topics, but you see them all out and about. But the industry has been real quiet. People are laying low. They don't want to be seen. They don't want to draw any additional attention to themselves. Okay, perfect. Let's continue. Again, guys, remember to hit the like button. That helps people know that I am on right now.
And to him himself of getting a record deal. Another instance, another minor, told allegedly by Sean Combs that he would make him a star, but needed to visit with him in private about it, away from his parents. Once they were in a private area, allegedly Mr. Combs made the victim perform oral sex upon him. Another incident.
Okay, why are these parents letting this grown man take their children off and be alone with them? And this is the problem with celebrity. This is the problem with people having power. You got these grown parents letting their child be alone with a man that they don't know, who has a bad reputation to begin with. So in my opinion, these kids, especially if they're grown now and they are saying that their parents allowed certain things, their parents need to be charged as conspirators too, especially if it was a situation where their parents were basically selling them for money, pimping them out.
An individual 15 years old at the time, flown to New York City to attend a party, was drugged, and then taken into a private room, allegedly in the presence of Mr. Combs, where this female individual, minor, was raped, and then other individuals took turns raping her. Another individual, 26 at the time of the occurrence.
Okay, so you got several people coming out and saying that they were gang raped. Now, I don't know too many people that sit up and say it. You know, they might admit they was great, but gang rape, because y'all gotta understand, especially as a woman, it looks bad on you. You know, even if it's not your fault, people will still blame you for blame you or feel disgusted by you because other people chose to take advantage of you. Crazy world we live in. So it seems to be that several people are coming out and saying that other people were involved at the time these essays were occurring. D. Malley says, LeBron, why you so quiet, homie? Your fans been calling you out. He's not gonna say a word. And let me tell y'all, okay, I can't let y'all know how I know this information. It has been alleged for quite some time that LeBron James has the type and it's not Savannah. I know a lot of people probably going to be mad at me, but it's well known in certain circles that LeBron James steps out. I know he's been painted as this perfect family man, but that man has a whole nother side to him, but we're not even going to go into him. The NBA is wild. A lot of people don't realize they're raised on depravity. Yes. Mariah, I'm sure you've heard about the East Coast pork strikes. I have heard about them. I can talk about that at the end of the live. Just remember to bring it up. We can talk about that. That is part of the reason why I left the United States. There are people who have been warning about supply chain issues and food shortages that are to come in the United States. So I felt like it was best to just leave before it got too bad. So it's like the more I see this kind of stuff, the more I am happy that I left. Now, with that said, I'm always going to be for the working class. I'm for the workers. I'm for people saying y'all aren't paying us a fair wage. Y'all are trying to replace our jobs. We're just going to show you how valuable that we actually are. But I don't trust these large corporations. I feel like they are just going to put people in position who are willing to do the job for pennies. But we shall see. It's been alleged that port workers have been complaining about hearing children in shipping containers. Oh, yeah, that's a real thing. You don't remember on The Wire? Was that season 5 of The Wire where they were shipping in those women from, where was that? They were shipping them in from somewhere in Europe. I think it was somewhere in Eastern Europe. And the women had passed away. Even in the trucking business here in Texas, there was an incident where you had illegal immigrants being snuck in through a 18-wheeler. It was too hot. It's Texas. And by the time the guy got to the destination, to transport them, everybody was unalive. They had all passed away. So I'm pretty sure he's not the only one to do that. I'm sure this has been happening. So yes, they do transport people here illegally for the purposes of trafficking and shipping containers. Yes. Guess what? Diddy's Star Island is right across from the Miami port. Wow. It has also been alleged, guys. Oh, I could do a whole video about this. That there are, see, now y'all gonna think I'm crazy. But now that this stuff is coming out about Diddy, maybe y'all are more open to the idea that this is possible. So it has also been alleged that there are tunnels under the United States that lead to a certain museum in California. I don't want to say the name because I'm not trying to get my video flagged. Where like underground, y'all remember how in what was that movie by Jordan Peele called? Is it Us? Y'all remember how they had the tethered, right? And then there were all these tunnels underground where they had a tethered version of you. Well, it is alleged that there is actually an underground network specifically for trafficking here in the United States. And it goes as far as the East Coast to the West Coast. And that it's like people live there, children live there. It's really crazy, guys. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna mute myself.
Picked up by allegedly by Mr. Combs and several other people in a black SUV from the airport. Was given one drink in the SUV and then literally woke up the next day not knowing what had happened, but with pain and damage to both her vagina and her anus, where she then went to the hospital. She was missing her underwear and her shoes. Another
Imagine you go to a party and you wake up and your dang anus is in pain. Imagine you go somewhere around somebody and you wake up and your behind is in pain. That is wild. Makes you wonder. Elites have had underground tunnels for the longest. Yes. The main HQ was in Colorado. Okay, so you have heard about this, y'all. So now, hopefully, I try not to talk about those kind of things on my channel because people think that you're crazy and out of your mind. But reality is stranger than fiction. All right. Even in Dallas, like on a small scale, these things exist. For example, in Dallas, Texas, there are these places called like massage foot spas that nobody goes to. Like nobody really goes to these places. So you wonder, how are they staying in business? Well, I have met a couple women who have actually been inside of those massage parlors with wealthy men who have told me that there are women and children from Asia there working as, SMEGS workers and being trafficked. There used to be, it's closed down now. There was a spa in Dallas, Texas, off of I-35 by Ferris Wheeler's Barbecue. It's called Jade Massage Spa. Nobody ever went there, but it was hard to get in there. Like you never, like, for example, you had to kind of like be on a list to get there. So a lot of the workers would tell me that the only time that they saw people actually going into the spa was early in the morning, and it'd be all these rich guys like in these fancy cars going to this rinky-dink massage parlor. So this has been going on for a long time. Even in a lot of the strip clubs in Dallas, they have clubs within clubs, private clubs within clubs. All right, let's continue.
instance, individual, this time not a minor, was attended a group dinner allegedly with Sean Combs in Miami. She wasn't drinking because she was pregnant, but whatever she drank at the table, apparently, at least according to her, was laced with something. She blacked out and she woke up in the same bed, again, allegedly, with Mr. Combs in his mansion in Miami. Her vagina and her anus were torn and sore.
So everybody is lying about getting they booty took, because it's one thing to say somebody raped you, but all these people saying that he entered the back door and admitting to that, this man is a booty bandit. In the words of Vivica Fox, baby. Y'all remember what Vivica called 50 Cent a booty bandit? I think she was lying. Of course. It was when he took that picture with Soldier Boy. Y'all remember that? And they were going back and forth, and she called him a booty bandit. But y'all know Vivica love 50. Okay, it's a love-hate relationship. A lot of old money in Dallas, yes, for sure, and they have a particular taste. Most of them like skinny women who have almost a boyish body. And that's not to body shame any woman that, doesn't have any curves, but they like the flatter chest, flat butts, like almost like a little boy. To be honest, that is the look that they go for. So there's a reason why a lot of these women on here that do femininity content and talk about rich men come on here and say that women need to be extremely skinny or thin in order to get a rich man. In large part, that is true. The vast majority of them do prefer that you don't have too much cushion going on. And again, as a woman, you should want to take care of your body. You should be working out. You should be going to the gym. You should be trying to be healthy. But it gets to a point where the things that they are looking for is not even characteristic of like a grown woman. A grown woman is going to be working with something. Okay. They don't want anything. I remember that magazine cover was a little zesty though. Yeah, it was zesty looking.
And I could go on. I mean, literally, you're sensing a theme here. It's the same theme, and it all involves some sort of drug. One instance, an individual who was 20 years old at the time was asked to attend, just saw her on the street, asked to attend a party in a hotel. She was flattered, went to the party, was given one drink and doesn't remember anything else. Ultimately, was so messed up, went to the hospital where they found cocaine and this horse tranquilizer in her blood system.
Oh, Lord.
I'm going to give you a quote from...
And people can say like, okay, well, y'all got to put your mind in the mindset of the average 20-year-old, 21-year-old, who hasn't really experienced life, who may or may not have been raised very sheltered. I remember being 19 and 18 years old, and it was not uncommon for people to go to hotels and have parties. When I went to prom my senior year, the after party was in a hotel room that some of the other students had booked. So we went to the party at the hotel room. Now, it was, we didn't do all that. It wasn't none of that going on. If anything went on, it probably happened later on by the two individuals who booked the hotel. And even that, I don't know. But we were genuinely just in the hotel room, chopping it up. It was our senior year. It was one of the last times that we were all going to see each other and just having a good time. A lot of the times, kids are young and naive, and 21 is a kid. If you are like me, I'm 31. If I go back and think about my 21-year-old mentality, not even fully formed brain, it does not even compare. 21-year-old is not messing with 31-year-old me in no kind of way. Okay. So a lot of the times people will blame the younger person and say, well, why did they go to the hotel? They should have known better. These kids don't listen. They don't listen. Makes you wonder why he named his record label Bad Boy. Oh, yeah. I was thinking about that the other day. Again, guys, if y'all are coming in, make sure that you hit the like button.
A very young man who told us over the phone about his experience and all the things that happened to him. He says allegedly at the hands of Sean Diddy Combs and his friends in the effort to try to sign a record deal. This was kind of what he was told he would have to do. His quote is, "Had he not been in power, I feel like I could have been something great. I quit the industry because of what Sean Combs did to me. And that's really what it comes down to.
And when I think about all the artists that we know of that he signed, all you see is a trail of broken dreams. Even the people that started with him. Okay, you got Biggie gone. Okay, who was the other one? Something Mac, whatever that man name was. I was too young. I think he just passed away. All right. Dream. Y'all remember that white girl group I was telling y'all about who had that major hit, He Loves You Not? They had one album. You never heard from them again. And then allegedly one of the members got assaulted by Nick Carter, and then she was blackballed from the industry. But none of the girls in Dream ever went on to go do anything. You got everybody from making the band, right? Shattered dreams. Who else? Wasn't Day 26 signed to Bad Boy? Diddy Kane. Okay. All of their dreams just shattered. Kathy. Okay. She had one good album, a few hits, got with Diddy, and it's like he held her back. We're not even going to talk about Diddy's own children. Quincy's a good actor. He blocked Quincy from getting that role in Empire because he was upset because the percentage that he thought he should be getting was going to go to Timberland and them for actually writing the songs. So he blocked Quincy's blessing just because he wanted the cut that would have been going to their production. Craig Mack, Loom, B5. Okay. I forgot about them, B5. And I wonder what if he did anything to those boys. But it's been said that their parents weren't comfortable with Diddy. So they decided to, separate. Danity Kane, the band, Carl Thomas, Day 26, all of these broken dreams. Like, I can't think of one Diddy artist that went on to be a bigger name than Diddy, as big of a name as Diddy. Diddy's not even a talented person, right? But Diddy more than the artists that he signed that were more talented than him, that could sing better than him, that could dance better than him, that could rap better than him. But he was always in their videos making sure that he got his shine. He was always in other artists' features. So it's like he went harder for himself than he did for his artists. It's like he never wanted his artists or his children to get bigger than him. I believe one of his sons, the light-skinned one, not the one that he has with Kim, but the other lady. He was going to go to Harvard. Did he block that? Okay, he got accepted to the Ivy League. Did he block that? He ended up going to another school in California to play football, and he wasn't even that good. And then Diddy blocked that as well. Got into it with the coach, one of the coaches, and went off. Total, yeah. So it's like nobody around him prospers. He is a hater. He is an op. He is jealous.
Are pursuing this, asking you to support this effort, to encourage witnesses and victims to come forward and bring your evidence so we can continue to break down this wall of silence and we can continue to have these stories heard.
Okay, so that's it on that. It's crazy to me. And I'm going to be interested to see what these other people are saying, because y'all got to remember, for every person that we knew about that has some name recognition, there are probably hundreds behind them that thought that they would have a shot and did what they thought they needed to do to get on, who he never even really gave the opportunity that he promised. So there are a lot of degular folks who are walking around here who are victims of Diddy. Even when you kind of think about making a band, even when you think about Danity Kane and how that group was formed, there were hundreds of women at these auditions. What happened to them? All right, so we're gonna go back and I'm gonna try to turn on the audio for this Charlemagne the God post. Hold on, give me 1 second. I don't know why I cannot hear. Oh, here we go. Here we go. All right, so I'm gonna share this tab. Make sure y'all can see. Okay, let's go.
Accused Diddy of committing crimes. She just always accused him of being gay.
Freaky.
No, gay.
Oh,
well, gay and freaky.
Yeah, that's
freaky
gay. She said freaky, but
freaky gay.
Yeah, freaky.
But here's the thing about Diddy's situation, right?
Okay, before we listen to what he's saying, the Breakfast Club reacts to Diddy being hit with 120 new sexual allegations. Diddy's hotline makes our judicial system a joke and ruins the validity of folks with real accusations. Okay, so let's let him finish what he was saying.
It don't need any more sauce on it. Like, it needs zero seasoning. He's pretty cooked either way, but it is. You mean to tell me a lawyer found 120 people, exactly 60 men and 60 women?
Oh, it was more. They cut it down to that number.
But exactly 60 men and 60 women, the perfect balance of cheeks. Like, come on now. Come on. But and then when you create things, when you say 1-800.
Okay, so pause. Let's not forget that Charlemagne the God has some accusations on him. Let's not forget that him and Diddy are buddy. I don't like the fact that he's saying it doesn't need any more sauce on it. Whoever was victimized by him should be able to come out. They shouldn't be concerned with, oh, well, 5 or 10 people already came out against him, so I don't need to speak my story. A lot of these people have been holding this in for years. And as far as it being exactly 60 men and 60 women, well, that's real simple. The lawyer could have just decided, I have to narrow down whoever called in. I got a certain number of people that I'm willing to put on this class action lawsuit. A lot of that probably has to do with how the money will be distributed and how many people he can actually be able to work on that case in his team, and how many people that he could properly vet. So it makes sense to me. Let's continue.
Did he rape me hotline? How do you expect humans to operate in good faith with something like that? Like, how can you go through those calls and pick who's credible?
Well, they have a process. So if somebody's coming and they have receipts, then okay. Like if somebody's calling and they're like, okay, Diddy did X, Y, and Z to me, and they have absolutely no evidence to prove that they were even in proximity to Diddy, a lawyer is not going to try that case. A lawyer is going to be like, this is not, I can't work with this, right? They're not going to take a chance on that. So they're vetting. So I'm sure these people are coming with something they can at least work with.
About 20 years ago, I was in a club and he did it. Like, it's.
I don't even. I'm just saying, how do you know that these people are making accusations in good faith? Like, you think that you put a hotline out in this era to the World Wide Web. I've never heard Wendy accused Diddy of committing crimes. She just always accused him of being gay. Freaky.
So it's like, I see the point that he's trying to make, but then there's also like this dismissive tone to it. Like, yes, I'm pretty sure there are people that are going to call the hotline and it's like, XYZ happened to me. Okay, there's a process for that. Lawyers want to win cases. Okay, so if they are investigating and they feel like somebody's lying or they don't have enough to stand on, then they probably are not going to add you to the class action lawsuit to jeopardize your trial. You know what I'm trying to say? And honestly and truly, for the victims, the least people on the class action lawsuit, the better, because then the money is more money to go around. I stopped watching The Breakfast Club years ago. I don't like them at all, especially Charlemagne the Fraud. I mean, yeah, if I was him, I wouldn't even. It would have been better for him to just not say anything than to say that. He needs to be quiet because people have not forgot about those charges that have been brought up on him. I think he has maybe some skeletons in his closet from way back when. And this is projection at this point. So he really he needs to do like LeBron did. Okay, just be quiet, don't say nothing. Or if you are going to talk about it, just report what's happening. You know, you can do that. You can say, hey, such and such accusers have come out and said Diddy did XYZ. This is all alleged. You can say it without giving your opinion on it. That would be his best bet. That way people can't say that he's not talking about it, so he's ducking it, but then they also can't say that he is sympathizing and empathizing with a known predator. You know, just report the facts on it, my guy. All right, guys, so we have come to the end of our lunch hour. Thank you, everybody that showed up. Please hit the like button on your way out, and remember to subscribe and share my videos if you care. Remember, if you are in need of any type of one-on-one coaching to radically transform your life, hit me up at thepassportsis@gmail.com. I also do travel, so if you need help booking travel and itinerary, or if you want to get into the travel business, hit me up at thepassportsis@gmail.com. I'm working on my website, guys. That should be up in December, so I'm really excited about that. I will be back tomorrow at the same time, so I hope to see you all there. You have a great afternoon as well, and thank y'all for my people who consistently show up. Even to y'all that consistently show up and y'all don't comment, thank you. I see you too, and I appreciate the love and I appreciate all the support. And y'all have a wonderful afternoon. Bye-bye.